What is going on, guys? It's Chris.
Now we're back at you with episode 3 of Fight Picks for Dummies. This time we got a pay-per-view, UFC 272, Kobe Covington versus Jorge Masvidal. Let's go.
Let's go. First fight.
So yeah, all right, let's dive right into it.
We're going through all 12.
Let's check in. Let's check Michael Jacobs versus Dustin Jacoby. So for the first fight of the night, I think this is awesome. I really do. I think they have what is it, plus 160 for Mikey O. Coming in as the underdog. Pretty simple with him. A lot of forward pressure, you know. A lot of, that's his Polish power. A lot of them boys from Poland, all those Marcins, and they pack a punch. And we saw in his last fight versus Gamitov, he was able to really weather any wrestling attempt from Gamitov and just chip him away until just had to be stopped. Put a beating on him too. I think it was a first round finish. It was elite, and then we know Dustin Jacoby coming off that win against John Allen, I believe it was in that fight. Pretty boring. Not really boring, but I expected more out of that fight with Dustin. John Allen really isn't. I think he only has 2 fights in the UFC, and both of them are losses, I believe. Yeah, so that was kind of weird for me. John Allen actually was, he had a couple moments where he tagged Dustin a couple times. But before that Darren Stewart win was, yeah, that was cool. It was the first round finish. But the one that really stood out to me was that Ion Cutelaba draw. That was an exciting fight. I remember that fight. Real exciting. They had a weird little stare down into, Ion likes to get everyone's face. I don't know if that played a role into it, but the win, Maxime Grishin win, that was cool. Maxime just pretty much just mopped the floor with William Knight, but William Knight is pretty much just a musclehead. Justin led that win. You could look at these wins for Dustin Jacoby. They're solid wins. Nothing crazy though. Ion Cutelaba is probably his best fight. You go to Mikhailo. Let's check him out. Yeah, the Shamil Gazmatov, and then before that, the Modestas Bukauskas fight. That was another that was a good fight, interesting fight. I don't know if that was at 185. No, I think it was at light heavyweight. But when you look at past that, you got Jimmy Crew. That Kimura lost to Jimmy Crew, and the Von Flutro lost OSP. So it's pretty. I think this fight's gonna stay on the feet for the most part. I don't think anyone's really gonna try to wrestle him. If they do, I think it'll be more on the Dustin Jacoby side, if anything. But I do see a stand-up war.
Someone's going down. Someone's getting knocked out.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna go the distance. But then again, I don't know. When it comes to that, I'm 50-50 on that. I don't think it could go the distance though. You never know. First fight of the night, I've been getting.
I don't
I
know.
used to say how the first fight of the night never goes the distance, but now the table's been turned. So
Who knows? This might be the one where it knocks it back. I don't know. With this one, it looks like to me that someone's definitely going to get knocked out. I feel like both of them, they're just trying to get their record up right now. Because both those records is showing right there. Either way, that's kickboxing or wherever they were prior to that. Both of them, they're trying to get their numbers up. They're trying to get
yeah,
better options than just opening.
yeah, definitely. So for an official pick for this one, I want to say that I would take the underdog and Mikhail, but I don't know. I just really don't know, man.
I'm going Dustin.
Yeah, I would stay away from this one. I would like to say I'd take Mikhail. He's gonna take Dustin. If I'm gonna give an official prediction, I'm gonna go with Mikhail for my official prediction. Actually, I am gonna just I'm gonna pull the trigger on him because
So
I just think that constant pressure in Dustin's face and the yeah, that pressure in his face. Plus, they both have similar resumes as far as competition. I just like Mikhail in this fight. I like him to win, And I'd like him to win by I guess I have to go by knockout or decision. Actually, I mean, like I said a couple minutes ago, maybe I mean I don't think it goes the distance, but I don't know. I have a feeling it still could 50-50 on that. But I'm going Mikhailo Oleksiejczuk. You're going with Dustin Jacoby.
Yeah, overall though, I just wouldn't even take the bet going on money line for one of these guys. I would definitely go for the fight not to go the distance. I don't know. I feel like I have a feeling for this one, someone's going down.
Yeah, we'll get into the full props and everything for the bets for you guys. But as far as the money line predictions, which is what we're going through right now, he is Dustin. I have Mikhail. There you have it.
Get back to it. Next up.
Second fight of the night. We have Ludovic Klein versus Devontae Smith. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna go ahead and take it over from here. I'm pretty. I'm still kind of,
And
upset.
right now, what you see right here, we got two. It's like,
I'm upset about how he lost to Nate Landwehr last time. I don't even remember. He must have been like a minus 330. That fight was
both these
crazy.
guys are coming off a loss right now. You know, it's two pretty young guys. Lightweight. I don't know. I feel like for something like this,
I
you
don't know.
know,
You just take a look. They're both all right. So 5'7", 5'9". Devontae 76-inch reach. So that's a huge. He has 4-inch reach advantage over Ludovic. What are the odds looking like? They don't even have him up there. If I had to think, I would say it would probably be a pick 'em, unless Devontae would probably be favored. But we're using DraftKings, so
I think Devontae's going to be favored on this one. I don't know. I feel like on this, because they're both coming off the loss, but Klein's coming off two losses. And
yeah.
in
But those
terms of the
losses,
sizes,
The Klein losses was those were that was just absurd. The way that he just broke against Nate Landwehr. So let's check it out. Yeah, that Nate Landwehr loss, stupid. And then before that, Mike Trizano. I have a lot of respect for Mike Trizano as a fighter. I think he's a solid fighter. Of his caliber, he's where he should be. But yeah, before that Shane Young head kick, that Mr. Highlight, that's what really got him on the map for that Mr. Highlight, you know, whole character. But I mean, look at that. I mean,
I don't
his
care
last
about the
loss before
resume
that was
anywhere else.
The Aiden Lee loss. But yeah, Ludovic Klein, kickboxer,
Let's check that other guy.
going against Devontae Smith, who had just I think he's coming off that loss to Jamie Malarkey. Yeah, that which was he was actually he was chipping away at Jamie, getting him with some really nasty body shots too. But Jamie was able to suck it up and really come through with that finish in the second round. And I had Jamie Malarkey as the underdog in that fight too. Before that,
Yeah, I already know how this is about to go down.
then you got yeah, but see, this is the thing. Check it out. This Justin James win.
It
That
looks
was
like it looks like for this one, it's
that was cool. I mean, Justin James really trying to tear him up with the leg kicks, kept getting countered with him.
if
The eye got beat up. He said he wanted to go on. He could fight, but obviously when we saw that eye, it was you couldn't see out of it at all. So.
I don't know. I feel like if Smith can get it done early, then he'll more than likely win. Unless unless he's fixed up his weaknesses. Because it looks like most of his fights, if it doesn't go throughout like the first or early second, then he's pretty much done for.
All right, so the odds we got on this is we have Devontae Smith at minus 140, Ludovic Klein at plus 120. Another weird fight. I mean, Devontae's shown that he can be broken even after having success in that Jamie Malarkey fight. But that jab is a rough jab. Devontae has a rough jab behind him with that reach. I think it's going to really mean something. If Devontae doesn't get the finish, this fight will go the distance. I don't see him getting finished by Ludovic Klein. I mean, he's a kickboxer. You're fighting a guy that has is bigger than you with a much sharper jab, a crazier reach, longer reach. I mean, if I'm being honest, uh, I like I'm not gonna get into my actual props right now, but the over is cool. Over 1.5 minus 145. But as far as my prediction for this fight, I'm gonna take Devontae Smith by knockout or decision.
We're locking in Smith.
Uh, it's just that Nate Landwehr loss, man. That was really that they both shown that they can break, but that Landwehr loss was really bad.
All right, fight number 3.
Got the OG Tim Elliott versus Tagir, one back off. Tagir, another one of those cousins of Khabib Nurmagomedov. I mean,
This is pretty simple. Tagir's gonna win.
I mean, I don't know, bro.
Tagir's gonna win.
Because look at his last fight was a split decision win against I think it was Alan Nascimento, I believe. That and he got put in danger a few times. Yeah, in that fight, that split decision win. That was his UFC. Well, not his UFC debut, but yeah, second fight in the UFC. The first one was against the little Bruno Silva, which was he's basically a decision machine if you look at all this as far as competing in these high level promotions goes. But yeah, that Alan Nascimento fight got in trouble a few times, and he got pieced up as well. I saw it. I mean, I had it going either way in that fight. I remember. But with Tim Elliott, you got the OG coming off that loss to Matheus Nicolau. Before that, the winner over Jordan Espinoza at UFC 259. Nice win. And then a Ryan Benoit win was solid as well. But then if you look, yeah, he's it's a little spotty. Got these losses, but look at these losses. That's your boy Brandon Royval, who you put such high praise on. He did lose by triangle choke in that fight, but then look at this. Decision loss to Askar Askarov, who, people are saying is a title contending caliber. Yeah, you just look at Askar coming off that nice solid win over Joseph Benavidez. And he went over Pantoja. But let's not just get into him right now. Tim Elliott, OG in the game, what is he, 35 years old, I think?
Yep.
So, I don't know. It's gonna, well, I do know. It's pretty simple. Gear's gonna want to get this to the mat. But Tim Elliott's shown his career to have, to be a good overall all-around fighter. Look at that. Old loss, Ultimate Fighter back in 2016, Demetrius Johnson. So, and these wins, Mark Del Rosa, a little smoke up. But he has solid wins, just hasn't been winning that much because of the competition he's fought. Tagir has not fought.
I'm taking Tagir.
You're going to take Tagir.
I'm taking Tagir. That's what I said already. I'm locking Tagir in. That's who I'm good with. That's who I'm going with.
I would like to take Tagir. I guess I will take Tagir, but I won't be betting on the money line for this fight. Tim Elliott's still alive. I mean, he's a live vet. Just the experience really holds up for me, but also that got to look at the damage too. The damage he's been rocked a lot. But I'm gonna go with Tagir overall. It's just Tagir's not a finisher, man. This is a decision fight. This fight's going the distance in my eyes. I'm not gonna bet on Tagir, but I would bet. I mean, what's the over looking like for that one? You got Tim Elliott at plus 195. The over 2.5 is minus 175. The over 1.5 is minus 320. I would just say, if you want to play Tagir to win by decision, plus 130. I think that's where you go. I don't think he finishes.
What's the double one where it's decision or
then you would go submission or decision.
Yeah.
But we're not getting it. We're gonna do our props later. But we're just doing money line predictions now. Who's winning the fight? I'm gonna slide with Tagir. I'm gonna bet on that. Next up, I want to take this one.
That boy Umar versus that boy Brian, aka Boom. Yeah. I mean, Umar's coming in, 26 years old. Brian's around 35. Umar's coming in 13-0, while Brian's coming in 24-12. This is
Heavy favorite too. Real heavy
yeah.
favorite. I don't understand that line,
I mean,
but
he's the in terms of size and everything, he definitely has more size than Brian. Let me look at
here's the thing though.
who's
Brian
Brian. Let me look at his stuff.
Brian Kelleher is
Who's he lost to?
his last loss was Ricky Simone loss, which was really just that Ricky Simone loss. I'm gonna say this: he got compromised early. He got cut up, and basically like how we saw with the Joel Alvarez fight. That's pretty much the same thing would happen. Not as bloody, but still as effective. So that's why I don't really put too much stock into that Ricky Simone loss. But I don't know. But he showed that if you try, because what he's gonna do, what Umar's gonna do, he's gonna want to shoot for legs. Umar is really good at just at reading people, when they load up and at timing his shots. Most people counter a shot like a punch. They might counter a punch with a punch, counter punching. But Umar doesn't even look at it like that. He looks for you to counter your punch just so you basically fall into his arms. He wants to take you down. He wants to get your back. And he wants to put you to sleep. Now, I do think Brian Keller is going to come in a little bit more cautious. Now we know that Umar cannot just shoot in straight ahead on Brian Keller without setups or without catching him. Because if he does, we all know Brian Keller loves to play the guard, really likes that guillotine. So that will prove problems. That might thwart some of Umar's aggression. But I think this is going to be a fun fight. I like I like Umar here, but then again, Brian Keller he's a dog, man. He's a solid dog. Let's take a look at some of their backgrounds.
Already went through both of them.
Yeah, but I'm checking it. I mean, this last fight, the Kevin Crum win, we saw that live. Dominant performance before that, Domingo Pilarte, another one dominant performance, just straight control on the mat too. And don't get it twisted, Brian has takedown. He has takedown offense of his own, and he has the Cody Stamen loss. Before that, first round finish lost to Montel Jackson, and then way back. I mean, so he has, he fought Cheeto Vera. He has these big names on his resume. Even with Julio Arce back in 2015. But yeah, I'm just gonna go with Umar. Umar's really intense. He's one of the younger proteges coming out of Dagestan, and them boys live, breathe, eat, sleep wrestling. And Brian's a good wrestler in his own right, but I think Umar's on a whole nother level. I'm gonna take Umar to win the fight. That's my money line prediction.
I feel like that one though, the odds are such in his favor. It's
But
gonna be pretty pointless to bet
not. I
on
do
him.
not agree with the odds. I do not think. What were the odds again? Let me say.
Like +6 something.
No, he's a minus six
I mean
seventy
minus.
or something.
Yeah.
No.
Oh wait.
So if we check, just take a look at this. Minus 670. I do not agree with that line at all.
Yeah, like something like
I
that.
think
It's
that,
not even worth to even bet on something like that.
bro,
You
look,
might as well go like between submission or decision.
I would agree if he was a minus 220, then that would make sense. But this is just absurd, in my opinion. But
Especially with how new he is to the UFC.
yeah, but my official prediction, I'm gonna go with Umar Nurmagomedov to win the fight. Yeah,
Yeah, me too.
indeed, Mr. Nick Man. Next up, what do we got? Marina Moroz versus Maria Agapova. I mean, both coming out of Invicta, I believe. Got the Ukrainian. Shout out to the Ukrainian people. It sucks what's going on there, man. Got the native Ukrainian minus 215 against Agapova. So let's just go ahead and take a look at them. Both pretty much the same. 5'7", 5'6", 67, 68. Pretty much the same size. Got Agapova coming in 24 years old. Kazakhstani coming against a 30-year-old Ukrainian. Yeah. Let's check out Marina. Myra Bueno Silva win. Myra Bueno Silva is basically like a journeywoman for that division. So I don't really, and that was a decision win, nothing crazy. The Sabina Mazo win. Sabina Mazo again is just pretty much a journeyman. I mean, even Sabina Mazo coming off that, she coming off that loss to Maria Agapova, and then before that, Alexis Davis. That was a pretty embarrassing win too. An embarrassing loss for Sabina. But before that, look at Angela Hill, Carlos Barraza, and she's shown in that Angela Hill fight that she can. Angela Hill coming off with the offensive wrestling that she can subdue that. But that Carla Esperanza fight was shows she had some fight in her. Carla Esperanza, some people are saying she might be the next champ, might be able to take that belt from Rose, but we'll see. And then way back early in her first fight in UFC, went over Joanne Calderwood, now Joanne Wood, which is a solid one. So she's been around, 30 years old. Marina Moroz. I mean,
Been out of commission for a little.
yeah, she has. I mean, for about a year and a
Commission
half.
for about like 2 years.
So even that, but that last fight, that Mara Bruno Silva fight is like, So now let's check out Maria Agapova, the Demon Slayer.
Cool.
Check her out. She's also coming off a that win against Sabina Mazo, which was Sabina Mazo from yeah, she's from Colombia. She's Colombian. That's right. Yeah, that's coming off that win over the Colombian Sabina Mazo. But yeah, before that got pounded out by Shannon Dobson. Nice win over Hannah Cyphers in that round when rear naked choke. Before that, and then that Tracy Cortez. Tracy Cortez, I believe, is still undefeated. They've both been around. I mean, this isn't a fight I've really been looking forward to. I'm gonna, to be honest, I'm gonna stay away from it for the most part. But if I had to give a prediction, I'm gonna go with Marina Moroz for the win. First of all, I just want to note this too. This chick does not look like this chick.
I know it did.
So
She does
I
not.
just wanted to note that, but okay. I don't know what's going on with that. I don't even think that's not even her, but all right. I'm gonna skip that. That is her. So I don't know what the other chick is, but okay. I don't know if she got super blushed, beat up, or whatever. But yeah.
Let's see.
But yeah, it's not a fight worth looking. Sorry, ladies. I mean, I'm gonna go with Rose. It's gonna be a decision fight either way. It's not. I mean, we rarely get to see these finishes from these women, unless it's the super high level. Your official prediction?
I'll take Moroz.
All right, so both of
I'll
us.
take the Iron Lady.
Both of us gonna lock in with the Iron Lady. Maria Agapova, she can, she is solid on feet, but I just think our girl Rose is a little bit more rough. Nico Negamorano versus Kennedy Nchukwu. Now this is where it starts to really kick off.
Is Kennedy that stiff guy?
He's weird. He's stiff and he's loose. And it's crazy. He can be really stiff and really loose. He's loose. It's crazy.
No, because there's some guy that's running around stiff as hell. And he's just like, what?
Kennedy Nchukwu is just a coin flip
Show me your resume.
He's a coin flip. I mean, we saw he was losing badly against Carlos Ulberg, in my opinion, and just basically came through with the Hail Mary win for that.
Nickname African Savage.
We did just see him get
6'5". Yeah.
Yeah, he is tall with the range. We did just see him get flustered by Dong Jung with those elbows. That was, I mean, dominant performance all the way around. Kenny didn't stand a chance in that fight. Even in the Danilo Marquez fight, he was getting controlled. He was getting taken down, controlled for most of the fight. But then he comes through with the Hail Mary. Carlos Ulberg getting chipped up on the feet. Then what does he do? Comes through with the Hail Mary. So he's basically a coin flip fighter. I don't like to bank on fighters like that, in my opinion. And he's coming in as a favorite, I believe.
Yeah, but it's a slight favorite at a -155. Let's check Nick. Nico.
27 years old. 6 foot, so he's going to be smaller. Impressive win over Ike Villanueva. Really got it. I mean, not much to say. He just got it done completely, just overwhelmed Ike in that fight. And before that, close fight with Alex Kamara. But yeah, I mean, what is he? 3, 4 fights in the UFC? Well, 3 fights in the UFC.
Young guy.
I'm gonna break it. I'm just gonna stop everything right here. I'm gonna say this. I'm just not gonna bet on Cat. I think I bet against him and I bet for him each time, and both times they didn't work out. So I'm just gonna stay away from Kennedy. I'm gonna go with Nico, the underdog in this one. I think Nico is a lot more controlled, and he's not. The nerves are centered. I just like Nico in this fight. If it comes to a wrestling exchange, I see Nico getting this to the ground, taking his back. We see Nico he has probably about 4 or 5 submission wins on his record that we can see. So yeah, he's armbar win, rear naked choke, Bravo chokes. So ground and that ground and that I fight that ground and pound, serious. So I see this as far as the mat goes, the mat control and the mat engagement goes. Nico all day. On the feet with the range, yeah, Kennedy can do something, but I think Nico's chin will hold up. We'll just go check it out. When's the last time Nico has gotten knocked out, unconscious? Never. Yeah, not even. I don't even think in his amateur or just kickboxing days. Yeah, I'm going with Nico, the underdog in this one, +130. That's my prediction of who's winning this fight. Yeah, what do you think?
I'll take Nico.
Let's go ahead and take Nico for this one. Now let's head on. Up towards our 7th fight of the night. Now a female fight that I am very excited for. Marina Rodriguez versus Yan Xiaonan. -280 favorite against Yan Xiaonan. We see they're pretty much similar as far. I mean, there's a 2-inch reach advantage that lies with Marina. Yan Xiaonan is really, really, really explosive. I'll just put it like that. She packs a lot. Both of these girls fight kind of similar. Yan Xiaonan taking more of a Muay Thai approach to things, while Marina likes to just straight up brawl and kick, just kickbox. So I don't see this going to the mat like how we saw with that Mackenzie Dern fight with Marina Rodriguez. Of course, everyone knew that was going to be, there's going to be some mat time involved, but I don't think we're going to see that with this one. And even in that fight, Marina shown against a really high level Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu practitioner that it's not going to work against her. There's levels to this. This is mixed martial arts. And before that, Michelle Waterson decision when she really beat Michelle up bad in that fight. And then we saw when she knocked out Amanda Hebos twice in that fight. Her only loss coming to the would-be champ, the number 1 contender, some people feel, Carla Esparza. And that was a split decision loss in itself. Yan Xiaonan, though, not afraid on the feet. Really strong chin. I mean, let's go check her out for a minute. And again, she lost to the would-be champ as well. That was a crucifix position. You get caught in that, it's hard to recover. But before that, went over Claudia Gadelha, Carolina Colette. I don't even want to pronounce that because I don't even think she's in the UFC anymore. No, yeah, no, I'm
They
not even.
ran her
Yeah,
out.
yeah. But Carolina. But look, Angela Hill in that fight, she stopped Angela's takedowns. Another thing. So they both shown that to have good takedown defense.
See the
Both of
underdog
these
right now?
fighters. Yan Xiaonan's the underdog. Both these fighters have shown to have really solid takedown defense. I know they both want to keep it on the feet. This is a fight that I don't know. Could we see a finish? Could we see a knockout? I don't know. But if we do see a knockout, it's going to be Marina Rodriguez. My pick is going to be Marina Rodriguez by knockout or decision. That's what I'm going with. Got a prediction for us, huh?
I'm taking 9.
You gonna take Yan Xiaonan?
Ooh, I don't want to look at that. I'm taking 9.
All right, Chris gonna go with Yan Xiaonan.
I'm just pounding it in. I'm taking 9.
Very well. Jalen Turner versus Jamie Malarkey. Let's take the stats on these guys. All right. 75. All right, the reach is pretty much the same. Jalen gonna have some more leg reach with that 6'3" frame coming against Jamie, 6 foot. Both these guys are lightweights. So let's check out Jalen. Euros Medic. That was disappointing for Euros. To lose that fight like that, coming in as a favorite, that he did. But it is what it is. For that, lost to Masvidal. Like I said, Matt's a great fighter. I mean, Matt's a good fighter, not a great fighter. But Matt did kind of prove it different. Otherwise, 2 weeks ago, lost top contender Vicente Luque in the first round. That was back in 2018. So Jalen's still pretty much. I need to see a little bit more of Jalen Turner. That Eurosmatic win was a good, impressive underdog win, but I might need to see a little bit more when he's going against Jamie Malarkey, my boy who cashed out for me against Devontae Smith. Really good chin, durability, good durability. Not really going to put too much stock into that Kama Worthy win because Kama is not worthy of the UFC. But Devontae Smith, that like I said, that fight that was interesting. Devontae was chipping him up, hitting him in the body. Really, he had him hurt. He had Jamie hurt a couple times, but Jamie shown that durability, showed that chin. Never really was wobbled or flustered crazy. Came back for that finish win. Before that, Ferris really disappointing loss to Terrence McKinney. Thought he had more in him than what he did. But then Brad Riddell, look at that. I mean, look at this resume. Brad Riddell was in there, even way back against the champ. Alexander Volkanovski, that was in the Australian FC days. I don't know. I like Jamie Malarkey here, man. I mean, the experience really holds up, and it's not even like they're pretty much the same age. Let's see what Jalen's coming in at. Yeah, they're 26, 27. They're pretty much the same age, but still, Jamie with the more experience as far as competition goes. I'm going with Jamie Malarkey.
I'm going with Jamie because the other guy's nicknames that you ran through. That's a no-go.
Yeah, so I'm definitely gonna go ahead and go with Jamie Malarkey in this fight. Let's just see the odds. Yep, so it's pretty much a pick 'em plus 110. I'm going with Jamie Malarkey. Both of us going with Jamie Malarkey to get the win. That's the prediction. Next up, the heavyweight boys.
What can I say about this fight right here?
Go ahead.
Sergey versus Greg Hardy. Pretty much As long as this goes past 2 rounds, then Sergey's gonna win. I mean, you know, Greg Hardy's a big guy, but he also gets tired really fast. If he doesn't knock you out in the first or the early second, then there's a good chance you're just gonna end up winning. I don't think he has any decision wins. Maybe one. Oh, click the wrong thing. Tie popped them.
Yeah, you look at
This
these
loss
losses.
right
Even that
here, this like
that was when you really had him, and he was
yeah,
the favorite against Marcin Tybura. And I told you guys, I told you not to bet against them Polish boys named Marcin. And what happened? Oh my God!
Jorgen.
No one cares about Jorgen, the principal De Castro. Get him out of there. But yeah, let me see. Just check it out. I mean, Greg Hardy, former Carolina Panther NFL player. We know how that story goes. We're not getting into it, but Jorgen Castro, not really good win in my opinion. Alexander Volkov, that was a good fight. I mean that's good to have in your resume to fight him. And that went all three. But he's coming off two losses, two finished losses. I mean, he got rocked by Ty, and he actually rocked Ty. He had Ty hurt too, which so that shows that unless you're tied to Vasa, that could a shot like that from Greg Hardy could put you out.
He can knock you out.
But
He could definitely knock you out. But like I said, in the first
against
or
Marcin really just he out wrestled him in that fight. The ground and pound is what really
it
got him
wasn't
out.
even out wrestling because in that fight,
And he was on the feet. Marcin was having a lot more success than Greg.
no, in that fight, Martin was about to get knocked out that
Yeah, what do you
first
do? He
round.
dives for the legs.
No, he was about to get knocked out that first round. He got popped up a little bit by Greg Hardy to the point where he was almost knocked out. He made it out that round. Greg Hardy was tired because he tried to throw way too many punches at this guy in that last fight and couldn't recover properly. He maybe got it through, he got a couple seconds in, and then bow, he got finished. Greg Hardy just got knocked, he got ripped. Like something, like a fight like that, it just shows that like after a minute, like after like the second round, he's done up. Unless you just have a
Yeah,
fighter like
Greg
Ty.
Hardy's gas thing has always been super
Strong as hell though.
super.
He's a bull.
Yeah,
But
it's been a major question. I mean, but that
hopefully in that time off that he took, that he was able to really get back to the game plan
yeah
and figure
reboot
something
everything.
out. Because that wouldn't be a bad pick for a knockout on his side.
As
I
a
don't.
heavyweight yourself, what is your official prediction?
Let me go back to. Did we look
Sergey
at
Spivak coming off that loss to Tom Aspinall. I mean, that pretty much went the way. I mean, Tom Aspinall really an up and comer in that heavyweight division, really making noise. Before that decision win over Alexei Olenek, I thought he should have finished him if he really wanted to put a stamp on his name. And then the Jared Vanderay win. Okay, Jared Vanderay is not. He's a really slow fighter. Like he's a slow paced fighter. Carlos Felipe win was good. I think Carlos is not a slow paced fighter. But look back in the day. Lost, beat Tai Tuivasa, but he also did lose the decision to Marcin Tybura.
Yeah.
And then before that, Walt Harris. But Walt Harris is no longer in the. Is he in the UFC? He might be. I think he's in the PFL though. Oh no, well, we'll see. Maybe. But yeah, Sergey does not have a chin, as we saw with Tom Aspinall, and he's never really been tested like that. Carlos Felipe does not knock anybody out. Everything's decision with him. Jared Vanderay, not no. Alexei Olenek, really a submission artist, couldn't get it done. I mean, he's old, like 50 years old.
I would just bank on the Greg. I would just bank on the Greg knockout first, second round. Just toss it in, knock out with him. It's gonna happen because this guy's jaw is pretty weak, and his nickname is Polar Bear. So what does that say?
You know, I'm gonna go ahead and go the other way. I'm gonna go Sergey Spivak. I think that he'll be able to survive those first 2 rounds with Greg, and I think he'll be able to get him out of there in the third round. So I'm gonna go with Sergey Spivak for the win. Moving on, your other boy. Go ahead.
I
Check
got
him
Kevin.
out.
I got Kevin
Kevin
Holland.
Holland. Oh my God.
I
Big
don't.
mouth.
I don't even need to look
Oh
at it.
my
I got
God. The
Kevin Holland.
Trailblazer. I mean, Alex Oliveira. He's a tough fighter. I mean,
He
look at his
was a
Randy
tough
Brown.
fighter.
That Randy Brown, even before he got finished in that first round,
He was a
he was
tough
showing
fighter.
that he was tough. That Nico Price, I feel like he actually could have won that Nico Price fight. I'm gonna be honest. I think it could have maybe won either way, but I was leaning a little bit towards like I felt like Cowboy had it, did enough to get it done against Nico. But even before that, good split decision win over Max Griffin. Look at the competition. Nicholas Dalby, who's a really, of the elite, I would say, in that division. Mike Perry, no longer in the UFC, not really a factor, never really was. So, but then look at this, Gunnar Nelson. These are, and granted, these are losses, Yancy Medeiros.
These are
But
old
look at the wins.
fights.
Win over Tim Means. Guillotine win over Carlos Condit, former champion.
If you're still fighting how you did 5 years ago, then there's a
But
problem.
yeah, so he's 34. I mean, Kevin Holland's, what is he, he's 29? He might be 30 now. It's not like he's super older. He's 29. So Kevin Holland, we already know. That Kyle Dawkins fight, weird. I've never seen anything like that in my life where a no contest gets called from like a headbutt, an accidental. And I mean, because he still got up, he recovered himself and still continued to fight. So how are you going to call a no contest like a minute and a half after the headbutt, but whatever, or like a minute after the headbutt? But yeah,
He went on a little losing streak, but
yeah. But
that boy
losing to
Kevin
Derek
Holland,
Brunson, he does not fare well against wrestlers. He'll talk all he wants, but wrestlers will take Kevin Holland down and they will control him. And he'll just try to talk his way out of it. It won't work. Now, is he fighting a wrestler this go around? No. He's actually fighting a guy who's coming up from welterweight. Well, actually, this fight is at welterweight, I think. Kevin Holland's going down. Let's see if the weight cut affects Kevin Holland. Um, Overall, I'm going with Kevin Holland, big mouth, to get the win
Kevin
by
Holland,
knockout
Kevin
or
Holland,
decision.
lock it in.
3 fights left. Fight number 11.
Edson Barbosa versus Bryce Mitchell.
Bryce hasn't fought since he's another one who hasn't fought in like 2 years.
Thug Nasty. Let's see what Thug
Bryce
Nasty.
had that really impressive twister choke though. I do remember that.
Are you trying to hold hands?
No,
Hey yo.
that was against where was that twister choke? They don't even show. Oh yeah, that was against Matt Sales. That's right. Yeah, Matt Sales, who was also a solid fighter. Andre Fili win because Andre Fili has some wins under his belt as well. Look at Andre Fili, his Miles Jury win. Artem Lobo. Well, even Artem's not really that, but look, fights with Calvin Kattar. Where's the one I'm looking at? Really looking for. Charles Jourdain. Even like, yeah, that Charles Jourdain one speaks a lot for Andre Fili, but yeah, I don't know. Bryce Mitchell, his competition, Charles Rosa, Andre Fili, Bobby Muffett. It doesn't really get any more boring than that as far as competition goes. It's hard to pick against Essen in this fight, man. I'm gonna be honest. I don't even understand how he's a plus 130. Like I said, Bryce hasn't fought. Yeah, Bryce hasn't fought since October of 2020. So
Maybe he's been cooking something up.
maybe I don't know what you're gonna cook up besides raccoons and frogs down in Arkansas. Nah, let me stop.
Nah.
But yeah, that's just always been weird to me that he's just.
I think
It's such a cowboy coming out of it. It's dope though. I like it.
this
But he's like
fight,
frog hunting and then going to the gym. These boots on, dirt, like it's crazy.
I think
I'm going with Edson Barbosa. Let me just put it like that. Before we don't even have to get into Edson. That Shane Burgos won the delayed knockout, crazy. Giga Chikadze. I mean, Giga. I could say so many things about Giga. I'm not gonna get into it right now, but that's an honorable loss to have if you're losing. Danny Gay, Paul Felder, Justin Gaethje. Look at these. Look at Kevin. I mean, he doesn't fight no one but the best. That's how it's always been. He's 37, 36. No, he's 36 years old. So he's. And Bryce is 28. So 27. I don't know, 75-inch reach, and that them wheel kicks can be coming. A wheel kick can catch Bryce at any moment. I like Bryce Mitchell in this fight. I mean, I'm sorry about that. I like Edson Barbosa in this fight, but I do like the fact that Bryce Mitchell, he's a submission threat always, and Edson's not really, he's not known for that. But yeah, we'll see. I mean, I'm going with Edson Barbosa. Edson Barbosa is my pick. Where you going with? As the underdog.
Hmm.
You want to choose Edson. Just say it. I mean,
Yeah, I'll go with Edson.
all right, yeah, there we go. So he's gonna take Edson
His primary
Barbosa.
spot's a better place to practice. He's been more active. I'm gonna go with him.
Next up, RDA versus Renato Moicano. Renato, 5 rounds of 5 days notice. I've never seen anything like this. But Renato coming off that win against Alex Hernandez, who we did have in that fight. He just came through and he got it done. Beat Chase Hooper in a grappling match too. Chase is a real prominent jiu-jitsu practitioner. He's a black belt, been training his whole life, and he's really slick with them heel hooks. But he was able to defeat Chase Hooper in that grappling exchange. RDA, not really a grappler. Great takedown defense though. We'll see how he does off his back, if it gets there. But look, I remember that Fiziev fight. Got rocked by Fiziev. He just didn't stand a chance. Got rocked by Aldo. Got rocked by Chan Sung Jung. I mean, and he got guillotined by Ortega. It's like everything plays out the exact way it's supposed to on paper. That's what happened. I mean, I don't know. RDA is not Alex Hernandez, man. Even though he's a little bit older, RDA is about 37 years old. RDA has always been of that caliber of fighter. He hasn't fought in a little while though, granted. He hasn't, like, again, and his last fight was against Paul Felder in 2020, which was a split decision win. Paul Felder loves those split decision wins. I mean, Paul Felder just loves to go, loves split decisions. That's it. But yeah, look, he's losing to the younger up and coming generation, Michael Chiesa, Leon Edwards, really. But Hanato's not any of these guys. He lost to Kamaru Usman decision, Colby Covington decision. I mean, he's all the best, but look, he's beating Robbie Lawler, former champ, Neil Magny. Um, I guess you could say he's a name. Lost Tony Ferguson, yep. Tony's my boy, Eddie out. I mean, so he's been around, and he had the win over Cowboy knockout back in the day. He's been around. Look at everyone. Everyone he's fought, every single one of them. So 5 days notice for me. I'm gonna go with RDA. I mean, I just don't think that you can just come. Granted, I think it's at the catch weight though. I think it's like 165 or something. I don't think five days is enough for a 5 round fight, man. RDA is not Alexander Hernandez. RDA is gonna control this fight. He's gonna make it whatever way he wants. I'm going with RDA. You're picking.
I'm looking at it.
I should not have had that fucking chocolate. I will say that much.
Ronaldo!
You're gonna go with Hanato?
Bucket in! Ronaldo!
Hanato. But yeah, you want to go with if you want to go with Hanato, I think Hanato he's proven that he he can be dangerous on the mat, but
I go with him.
I think RDA is a different breed. We're split on that one.
Last fight, we don't really need to do too much. We already know who's going to win. That's kind of a waste of time. We'd be wasting your time. Kobe Covington got this one in the bag. I mean, it's like the way this division works, it's like it's number one, there's a big gap. Number two, there's also a big gap, but not as big as Usman's gap. And then everyone else, you know, someone like Masvidal, he's he's nothing like nothing anyone has to worry about. I don't know. I feel like they hype him up from the way he finishes, but I don't know. I don't think this man's really. I don't think he's gonna get too far. I think Kobe's just gonna throw this man around.
Yeah, I
Kobe's
mean,
like Kobe's. Think about it. Kobe's one of the only guys in the division who can actually hang with Usman.
I
He
mean,
doesn't win, but he
yeah,
hangs.
he's the only one that can. But yeah, just looking at their history, looking at the footage we've seen in that apartment, because yes, Jorge, we've all seen the footage of you getting thrown around by Kobe, young Kobe Covington.
I'm coming.
Yeah, you could say what you want, Jorge, that you were 155. No, y'all were looking like y'all were the same weight, saying he was 205. You no, he was tooling you around, same weight almost. So we know in the wrestling department, Jorge's bringing nothing at all. Striking, I still don't think Jorge. I guess he can make it a little bit more even, but still, even in striking, I think Kobe still got him. I think Kobe got him in the striking too. I think Kobe seeing him get his lights sparked out by Kamaru was crazy. Let's break this down for the people though, so they
That
can.
man had spittle come out of his mouth.
Let's break this down for the people so they can see the stats and
That
everything.
man, when he got knocked in his mouth, spittle came out. I didn't know what to think.
Look at his. Look at. First of all,
Nate Diaz a bit aspirin.
no, but
That's
just
the
tell me
problem.
this. Just tell me this. Why is Jorge getting two back? Not even. I guess almost back to back title fights. Why? Well, yeah, back to back title fights. Why is he getting back to back title fights? I don't get it. Because Nate Diaz win, doctor stoppage. Nate Diaz, I'm sorry, Nate, but you're basically just for show. That's you. Van Askren, Darren Till. I mean, Darren's trying to make a comeback with Hamzat. He's out there in Sweden trying to train.
He lost to Wonder Boy.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, he lost to Wonder Boy. That was one. That's Wonder Boy, and then lost Damian Maya. So when he breaks through to the elite, he can't make it. He can just make like Darren Till. I would say is that border between elite and good fighter. But when he gets to Steven Thompson, like when he gets to Wonder Boy Damian Maya, he cannot make it. He can't seem to make it.
This fight seemed like they just
Benson
needed.
Henderson just can't seem to break through.
This fight seemed like they just wanted to throw it together, create some problems, get people interested, and two people arguing. I don't know. This is going to be a quick Covington win, and that's really it.
Yeah, that's it for. We're both gonna go with Covington by finish. I'm gonna go by submission, or it can be knockout. But if Jorge has proven in the first Kamaru fight that he can survive 5 rounds, but Kamaru wasn't trying to put that pressure, like that wrestling pressure that I think Kobe's gonna put onto him. So we're both going with Kobe Covington.
Covington could survive 5 rounds with high intensity.
Yeah.
There's a difference between these two guys right here.
I definitely see Jorge on the back foot a lot. He's gonna be trying to counter. He's gonna be trying to time like look right here. He's gonna try to time that knee at one point. I bet you. Not like in this fashion, but he's gonna be looking for knees because he knows Kobe. If he does chip Kobe up a little bit, Kobe's gonna shoot. So he's gonna try to time that. But I don't see it happening. Yeah, so we're both going with Kobe Covington for the win. Now, what bet do you have for the people?
Hmm.
All right, people. This is Let's get this out. Let's get this out the way. I'm gonna make a solid bet.
First fight not to go the distance. Third fight, Tagir to win by decision or submission. Nah. Don't even put that in. It's not even worth it. Wait, let me check. Forgot what the odds are right there. You could just toss him on. Toss on the money line for him.
Okay.
Let's see. Slap on Jan right there, and then bring it home with a Greg Hardy knockout, first round, a Kobe Covington to win by knockout or some or no knockout or
By
decision.
finish.
Yeah, take it by finish. Yeah,
All right, so I'm gonna go with Nikolai Negamorano, underdog right off the bat. Put him on there. I'm gonna go with. We're gonna take Jamie Malarkey, another underdog. So that's two underdogs. Boom, boom. I believe, right?
Malarkey's a nice pick on here.
Yeah, so we're gonna take Jamie Malarkey, Nikolai Negamorano. Um, I'm gonna take the over 1.5 for Brian Keller and Umar Nurmagomedov. Actually, no, over 2.5 would be the play, but play it safe. Go over 1.5. I think that's at minus 320. Just parlay that. I'm gonna stay away from that Tim Elliott fight, but parlay it with the over 1.5 for this fight. No, matter of fact, parlay it with the over 2.5 for Tagir Ulanbekov versus Tim Elliott, and then what's that? We got one, two. That's 4 picks so far. Go ahead and parlay Colby Covington and parlay RDA. So can you? My phone died. Can you pull up DK? Yeah. So if we want to check that out, I think that's a 6-legger. I think that's solid. Went 4-2 last week, and I had a couple overs on there. So just pulling up some lines right now. Let's check it out. Yeah. So that over for the Tagir and Tim Elliott fight. Over 2.5 is the play for that one. Minus 175. Just take it. Over 1.5 for Brian Keller and Umar. Just take that as well. Nikolai money line. Um, no, just technical difficulties. 1 second.
We're back to it.
All right. So yeah, Nikolai money line. Oh, what happened? Oh, here we go. All right. RDA and Colby Covington parlayed. So that's at plus 855. I think that's a 5-legger. Colby Covington money line, RDA money line, Nikolai money line, over 1.5 Brian Keller versus Umar Nurmagomedov, over 2.5 Tim Elliott versus Tagir. We need to get one more in there. Oh, and Edson Barbosa. If you want to,
I'd throw that Edson on
yeah, I would throw Edson in there, make it plus 2,200. But if you don't want to throw Edson on there, that's cool. Leave it at that. But with this 6-legger, my official 6-leg parlay of the evening. Edson Barbosa money line. Colby Covington money line. RDA money line. Nikolai money line. Over 1.5. Brian Keller versus Umar. And over 2.5. Tim Elliott versus Tagir Lembekov. Plus 2,200. Go ahead and put $10 on that or something. Just chill out. It's all about doubling your money, just having fun. But if you want to put some big bread on that, I would just yeah, I would just bet responsibly. But those are our picks that we will be setting the lines on.
Yeah,
We're
that's
gonna
it.
wait for the line flips a little bit, but the picks are gonna remain the same
All
for the
right.
most part.
I think that's all.
Yeah, I think we covered everything for the most part. Good luck on your bets, everybody.
Take it easy, guys.